The key, the most important aspect of creation, manifestation, materialization, actually fulfilling a goal, to achieve something that you desire, to actually like get it, to own it. It is something that we all want to master as far as a skill set. It is something that we all want to lead the aspects of who you are, lead your ego, lead your conscious, your subconscious. You want to lead all of you to a place of, some of us call it balance, some of us call it fulfillment, some even call it bliss, some call it prosperity, abundance. Whatever it is, you have to understand, in order for you to achieve that, the ironic thing is you must already embody it. You must understand the skills of embodiment. You must understand the skills of taking something that you don't necessarily have yet, but before getting it, owning it. You must understand the skill set of recognizing that all that you desire is already yours. Isn't that an amazing conundrum or an amazing twist of reality? We think that having or gaining something will, in fact, help you to achieve happiness, right? To get $1 million, that dream career, that dream job, that dream goal of yours will actually create your fulfillment, your happiness, your sense of accomplishment or purpose. But it's actually the other way around. You must already establish happiness, establish fulfillment, establish purpose in order for you to actually achieve the thing. So you must live in the state of continuing to be in alignment with having that thing already. Being in a state of gratitude, being in a perpetual state of it is already, that you are already the person who has that thing in order for you to get the thing. It's very interesting. And I get why a lot of people find it complicated, find it hard to do, find it even woo-woo, right? And it's very important that you understand all this really means is that you are in the mindset, you are in the practice, you are tapped into the emotions, and very importantly, dialed into the actions of a person who has that thing which you desire. So you have to reverse engineer the process of materialization, right? You have to reverse engineer what we think is the process by which we go about getting something, having it, and then being grateful for it. When actually you must be grateful for it before you even get it in order to have it. Very interesting. So what I want to get into is the understanding of leadership and leading yourself toward truly dialing in to the essence of embodiment. And it is important to embody something. You have to be consistent, right? Because embodiment really means that that is who you are. That is essentially the vehicle, the way by which you live your life, right? When you break down the word embody, it says body. Body is your vessel. Body is the thing that represents you. It is an expression of you. So when you think in terms of embodying this concept, this desire, this way of life, this purpose, this existence, you must be consistent in it. It represents who you are. It represents who you desire to be. So you must understand that it is through consistency, living consistently in alignment with that thing is the definition of embodying the essence of that, being the person who has that. So you have to recognize what it is that you desire from a place of consciousness, right? Recognizing that that is what you desire, that is what you're drawn to, that is what you are pulled towards. And understanding that in order for that to move forward, all the other aspects of who you are must move forward as well, because then it is conflict. And most of us live in that perpetual state of conflict where we know we have a talent, we have a curiosity, we have a passion, we have a dream, but yet you are scared. But yet you were told, right, that you are unable to do that, that women can't do this, that Black people don't do this, that whatever the story is that prevents you from acknowledging that your consciousness is leading you toward your purpose. But you have a lot of these negative, limiting self-beliefs that is stopping you, right, from actually achieving that thing. Oh, you're too fat, right? Oh, you're not in shape enough. Oh, you're not smart enough. Whatever those stories are, you must dissolve those things. You must get rid of those stories and recognize that those stories are the thing that is keeping you in a state of hell, a state of suffering. And when you do that, then you can actually allow every aspect of who you are to be led in harmony and in harmony with your consciousness. So you must understand that it's imperative to be consistent, to be in a state of recognizing that in order to lead, right, all aspects of who you are and even lead other people, you must follow that which is consistent, that which is constant, that which is always being in a state of integrity. You see, that is what is at its purest form. You see, consciousness is always at its purest form. There are no, degrees of tapping into consciousness or being consciousness. That is complete. It is whole. It is always. Now, yes, there are other expressions of who you are, but consciousness always remains the same. It always remains pure. It is always in integrity of its essence. And so when you understand that and you continue to build up and reprogram and change and cause the other aspects of who you are, your conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious, your ego, to line up in accordance to consciousness, then you begin to become a complete person who is full of integrity. But in the start, many times you have to just follow or understand that one compartment, that one component, that one part of you that is crystal clear about your purpose, your journey, your mission. And then you have to make sure, or you have to allow, program, change each other aspect and make it align behind, right? To make it fall in line, fall in place, to follow the leader. So you have to do the work. Affirmations, hypnosis, right? Reading, consuming different forms of information and media that aligns with that person whom you know yourself to be, aligns with that desire that you know you are destined for, align with that purpose that you know you are meant to achieve. You have to really understand the significance of being a person of integrity, being a person that is constant with what it is you want to achieve, right? Everything that you do comes down to somehow, some way, in some degree, fulfilling that thing, finding that thing, being that person. And so you must understand the balance of mind, body, and spirit. A lot of times, especially in the spiritual community, a lot of people are highly spiritual, highly connected with consciousness, yet they fail to take care of their body. They're out of shape. They're unhealthy. And that is a disconnect. That is a demonstration that they are not in harmony. They're not in balance with the totality of consciousness and being a person of integrity. It means that they are focusing a lot of their energy, their time into one aspect of themselves, which is their spirit. It may even be their mind, but they are failing to acknowledge the Trinity, which is mind, body, and spirit. because the body houses the mind and the spirit. And if you're not taking care of your body, then the mind and the spirit cannot properly produce. It cannot be in a space where it is comfortable. Just imagine yourself being in a house that is devoid of comfort, that is full of garbage, that isn't cleaned often, that has furniture with spikes or nails in it, right? It is not going to be a space. It's not going to cultivate a space of productivity, of peace, and fulfillment. Your body is that house. Your body is the temple of the individualized expression of God, which is you. So you must be in balance and you must harmonize the trinity of you, mind, body, and spirit. And it starts with identifying the one thing that is consistent and then building upon that. And then taking the next thing that is easier to conform and follow, that one consistent element, that one consistent truth, right? That one consistent character. If you are somebody who is strong in the spirit and you nourish, cultivate, feed the spirit, great. The spirit is your leader, right? It is your leader in the trinity of the mind, body, spirit. So then what comes next? Okay, the mind. The mind may be the thing that comes next for you. And so you program the mind. You make sure that you are consuming information, content, knowledge that aligns with what you know and what you feel the spirit is guiding you toward. Then you say, okay, now let's focus on the body. Let's make sure we are moving. Let's make sure we are consuming and eating the best food sources possible. Make sure that we are healthy. We are being mindful about this temple that we have, this vehicle, this machine that we have, that we are using it in alignment with the mind and with the spirit. So it's important for you to recognize the process of identifying the leader, whether it be identifying the leader of consciousness, subconscious, conscious mind, unconscious mind, and ego, whether it be identifying the leader in the trinity of manifestation, what I like to call, which is mind, body, and spirit, identifying yourself as a leader once you become somebody who is of integrity, meaning that you are consistent in what you say, you are consistent in what you believe, and you move from a space where you understand that it is through consistency and being of integrity that you're going to actually lead yourself toward purpose and fulfillment. Now, when you show up like that for yourself, other people will recognize it. Because remember, we are not just siloed in a bubble of our own existence. Though you create your own reality and your own universe, and you are solely responsible for that universe, we still exist in a shared reality, a shared universe, where in that shared reality, people get to experience what it is that you're doing. They get to see you, and they get to be impacted, influenced, inspired by what you do. So when you are of integrity, people recognize that. People are motivated, inspired, driven to acknowledge that for themselves. This is the beauty of the world. This is the beauty of interaction, connection, and relationships. We get to connect with people, create bonds, create love, experience of love, connection, but also we get to teach, not by way of simply telling people what to do, but simply showing people what you do and how you are creating fulfillment and happiness for yourself by being this person of integrity, by knowing how to lead or how to follow the leader, right? So your journey here is to understand that spirituality is about recognizing the practices that are going to affect daily decisions, but also that is going to allow you to embrace all of who you are, allow you to embrace the process of this journey. because you practicing and you doing different things when it relates to spirituality is going to be a fun process, but is going to allow you to expand in a new realm, right? We think a lot of times that this thing that I'm doing, this spiritual practice that I'm doing, many times we think that it's going to get to the same place, like it's going to maintain. But a lot of times when which you always are, changing, evolving, the spiritual practice in itself changes because you've changed. So sometimes a spiritual practice that you once identified with that worked for you, it may not work for you anymore because now you are at a different frequency, a different vibration. But integrity is really, really being about the same objective, making sure you are committed to your self-realization, making sure that you are focused always on your personal fulfillment, making sure you are continuing to acknowledge and go on the journey of really embracing the oneness of all things. So this is the objective. This is what integrity leads you to, right? Integrity leads you to lead the aspects of who you are, to lead the trinity of manifestation and creating the reality that you want, to lead in inspiring and supporting other people to recognize their own divinity. So you have to embrace all that stuff. And it becomes a thing that sends ripples out into the universe, out into other people's universe in a way that affects that you are essentially embodying this authenticity, this authority, right? And so that comes with a lot of respect, reverence, honor, right? So you have to really start first with respecting and honoring yourself. Just like when it comes to materialization of things, you materialize it by first being grateful for it before you even get it. So if you seek respect and honor and love and admiration, you must give that to yourself first. You must be the person that has that for themselves. And then you will gain that from other people. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and get access to this free ebook, The Power Within. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.